It's time for Veterans Issues, the show that brings you information about veterans, military, and their family. Now here's your host, Ken Robbins.
Welcome into Veterans Issues, and we are brought to you by the Red, White, and Blue. Today's guests are return guests, been on here before, and we got something new to talk to you about. It's from Home Helpers out in Jacksonville. I got Connie and Kimberly, and we're going to talk about some things that you folks out there, especially if you've got some elderly folks and veterans that may be looking at a nursing home or attendance, aid in attendance. So get your pen, stay where you are, I'll be right back. Welcome back to Veterans Issues, and we're going to bumble through here today, and we're going to talk about Home Helpers. It's aid in attendance, and we're talking with Connie Thompson and Kimberly McCutcheon, and welcome to the show again, guys.
Thank you.
Ow! You're supposed to hit me.
Good to see you, Ken.
See, it never going to change.
That's why we love her.
That's
Sorry.
why we love you. Yep, always Connie. Connie, well, either one of you. When you were here the last time, we talked about Home Helpers. It was you're starting up a new, Kimberly, I'm talking, you were starting up a new organization. You're the CEO?
I am the
You're just
CEO
like,
and the owner.
You're just like, what's the name, with Duck Dynasty, you're the CEO.
Yeah.
She's
Willie.
it.
I would like to be as successful as Willie.
Duck calls it. Okay. All right, when you were just starting back, you're starting up then, and Connie was the board, and Connie's never been on board. Connie's always been.
Okay.
Get over this.
Move on.
We're moving on. We're bumbling now.
Yeah, see?
That's the new word. But you told me you had something new, and it's very interesting to me for veterans out there that have spouses that might be needing aid in attendance. So tell me about the program that we want to talk about today.
Okay.
Start at it, and we'll go from there.
Okay, all right. Well, you know, our business is for providing care in the client's home for when they can't take care of themselves. And so in February, when we first opened, we were very focused on getting our name out in the community and about what we do, and that's providing in-home care. It's non-medical in-home care. The program that I want to bring to you today, though, is specifically for our veterans. I am a veteran, and I have a very big heart for them. And most of the veterans that need care want to stay home. And this program allows them to do that as long as it's safely possible, to provide care for them in their home, and their benefits, their veterans' benefits, will help pay for that. A qualifying veteran and his spouse can they've already earned it, can receive up to $25,000 every year. It's a lifetime benefit, so once they qualify, it's $25,000 every year to pay for someone to come into their home and care for them.
Would that pay for all of that, or is that pay toward it? Would it cost more than $25,000?
Sometimes, especially if they need a lot of care. $25,000 a year, although it does sound like a lot, if they needed 24/7 care, that wouldn't be enough. It wouldn't cover it, but it helps. So it depends on the type of care they need and the level that they qualify for. The veteran will qualify for a certain amount. The spouse will qualify for a certain amount. The most you can get is if the couple, both the veteran and the spouse, need the care. That's when it adds up to $25,000 a year.
We'll do a disclaimer, because you're about to lose your voice when you got here. I medicated you out there earlier. You may make it through this.
I may.
But if you sound like you're from Green Acres, that's what that is. And I just looked watching on Facebook. You was in Pennsylvania a few minutes ago, it seemed like, or somewhere up there.
I got in late last night so that I could, the show must go on. That's what they always tell me.
Absolutely.
So I got here late last night, and I can hardly talk, but I'm here.
That's good. We understand why you'll be yodeling a little bit for that. And we pay, by the way, we pay yodelers a lot more than we do just the regular guests.
Oh, isn't that nice?
There you go.
Okay.
There you
Connie,
go.
what's your part of this? Now, what are you gonna?
Well, we're trying to let people know about it. The company that we partner with on this Veterans Care Coordination, when we were learning about this program, said that less than 1% of the veterans that are eligible for this service receive it. Now that's
1%.
Heartbreaking to me. I come from a veteran family. My dad was career Army in World War II and the Korean conflict both. So I mean, I want people to get what they should get.
Yeah.
And this is a benefit that they should get if they need it. And it's not, we talked about the veteran and their spouse. It's also available for a surviving spouse. It's also available if the veteran is healthy, but their spouse needs help. It's available to them as well. So that's my part in this, is making sure that people know that this is out there. Don't miss an opportunity to get what you deserve.
Yes.
This is not a handout.
That is correct.
This is, you served, and there are stipulations about when you served, you know, and that sort of thing. Kim can talk about that, but you're due this. It is not a handout. It
Yeah.
is something you've worked for.
I hope my nieces, Lisa, Sandy, and Cindy are watching this. I hope y'all watching, girls. I'm going to ask this question. I've got a sister that's eligible for a nursing home. Her husband is a veteran, and he's eligible for a nursing home, but they don't want to be separated. They are living at home, but they require some attention. What can that do for them? That program, your program, what would it do for them?
Well, what's nice about this program is that we have partnered with a company that takes a very complicated process. This application, if the veteran was to go out and apply for this by himself, it is a very complicated application. And the process to get it through the VA to get it approved can take sometimes 14 months or more. What we have is a private company. They're called Veterans Care Coordination, and they do this application for the qualifying veteran. So the very first process for your scenario would be for that interview to take place to determine whether or not they qualify. And there are certain criteria, 4 in particular, that I can talk about that determines whether or not they qualify. This company has a 100% success rate in getting this benefit for qualifying veterans. They won't even put it forward if they don't pass the screen. And so for everyone that they take on, they get it through, they're 100%, and they can get the benefit started in an average of 4 months. So instead of a year or over a year, they've got the approval within 4 months. And then they even go one step better, and they start the care. So while you're waiting on that approval process, they will give the veteran a 0% loan, and they will pay for the care to start immediately. And the only thing that they ask when they do that is that the veteran signs a promissory note that when the VA approves it, they will approve it backdated to the date of the application. So if it took 4 months to get that approved, when the VA approves it, they'll pay back from the very first date.
Hold that, because they're telling me I got to go.
Okay.
And they do tell me in the control room, they appreciate both of you saying the word veteran instead of that veteran.
Yes.
We're going to go to a break, come back. We got more with Connie and Kim. Good information. Stay where you are. Be right back. Welcome back to Veterans Issues. Ken Rollins here. We're talking with Connie and Kim. They're from Home Helpers out of Jacksonville. And when we left, we were talking about aid and attendance and the funding and how the spouses could receive it and how the veteran could receive it along with the spouse. Connie, what do you bring to the mix from where we were talking?
Well, we were talking before about the loan that is provided to you so that you can start the services right away, because you wouldn't be doing this if you didn't need help.
Right.
And so instead of waiting the 4 months or however long it's going to take for them to get the services started, the Veterans Care Coordination will go ahead and loan you the money at no interest, but they do ask that you sign a promissory note that when you receive the lump sum, because the VA will back pay you for what the services that you've received, when you receive that lump sum, that you will give it back to Veterans Care Coordination, because naturally, they're trying to protect their assets as well, and so that's all that's involved in that. It's not, you don't have to be worried about that.
Similar, like a lot of people, when they file their taxes, the company will say, well, you're going to get back $5,000 in taxes, so I'll loan you $5,000. They know that they're going to get it back.
Right.
Is that similar to what we're talking about?
Exactly.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there's no interest or anything. It's completely zero interest.
Then you said, Kimberly, how much did you say it was, like $25,000 a year?
It's the highest that you could get is when a veteran and the spouse both need care. The combined total is $25,000 a year, and it is a lifetime benefit. So if you need services, and you qualify in 2014 and you need services until you go into a nursing home, so you want to stay home and you can for 10 years or more, it's $25,000 for 10 years. It's a lifetime benefit.
Even with our veterans homes that we got, I get a lot of calls at my home. People want to know how to get in there, and I hate to say it, but they wait till the last minute. You know, Daddy's ready for the nursing home, needs to go in there tomorrow. Doctor said he needs to be in there now. But they knew about it 5-6 months ago. And any system, federal, state, whatever, is not quick. We know that.
No.
So anybody that's out there listening, knowing that they got someone who might fit into this category 3 or 4 years from now, they can start preparing. I could talk to you on what you're going to need when that day comes. Is that right?
Well, yeah, and actually that's a good point, because you have to provide a lot of documentation. So now's the time to find that. You're going to need the DD Form 214, the discharge papers. You're going to need the marriage license. You're going to need the birth certificate. So now's the time to start putting all that together, so you don't have to wait to the last minute. That's right.
But, I ran into a situation one time where a woman had lost her survivor's benefit because she didn't have her husband's marriage or her divorce papers. And the VA says, well, we're not going to give you wife B money when you might have had a divorce with wife A, and where you're going to give her $100,000 up on your death. So they don't, unless you can provide that that paper. And that, I'm glad you said that, because there's a lot of stuff that go into getting that discharge paper is the main thing.
Yes.
Got to have that. Now, what does the first thing someone for 8 and 10? Let me ask you this: what kind of general services do you give to someone in the house? If on 8, is it based upon their need, or is it you just have standard?
Well, no, it would be what they need, the services that they need, but we provide the companion care and then the personal care if they need assistance with going grocery shopping, light housekeeping, but then also if they need assistance with bathing or any grooming, dressing, that sort of thing. So it's all dependent on what they need, but the money doesn't decide that. When we come in and do the assessment, that's when we figure out what it is that they need.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking about the people that's watching the show, and they think that aid and attendance is just for the veteran, and the spouse is left holding the bag, so to speak. This is such good news here. What are the other things that I know I'm missing out on some of the things. I don't want to go down a sheet by sheet thing here. Y'all tell me what I need to talk
well,
about.
You might talk, Kim, about the requirements that you have to meet.
When they call into the office, I will ask them 4 questions to determine whether or not I even need to send them further for the application. They have to be honorably discharged. They have to have served at least 90 days in a qualifying wartime period. So that would be World War II, Vietnam, Korea, and a little bit of the Gulf War. Then they have to have a need for activities of daily living, and so that's the kind of help that they're going to need. And then there's going to be an income asset ratio that they have to meet. This benefit is not for wealthy veterans. This benefit is to help pay for care for veterans who can't afford it. So there is an income threshold that they'll have to meet to qualify for this. If the answers to all those 4 questions are good, then I will refer them and they can do a further assessment with the VCC.
So if somebody comes in there and they're up in the high bracket, it's going to be harder for them than it is somebody in the low.
Well, actually, you'd be surprised how high they're allowed to go. It has to be less than $80,000, and that's not including the car or the home.
That's not not too bad.
And they look at too your income versus your medical expenses, and so that's another factor in there too.
So what if you've got insurance? Does that play any part in it? If you've got Medicare or Blue Cross or any of those things, that doesn't play a factor in it?
It can, and if you are a veteran that's getting disability, you're not allowed to double dip. And so if you're getting disability, they'll not apply aid and attendance on top of disability.
Okay.
So
That was the next question I had, because I'm 100% disabled, so I would not be.
you would not be a candidate for this benefit.
Well, doggone you.
Sorry.
Sorry.
All right, now let me get this out now, because we got a couple of minutes left here. I want to make sure we cover everything that. How do they go? First thing you do, I got somebody to tell, well, what's the first step they take, other than call this number to set up an appointment with y'all?
That's it. Call us, and our number is 256-776-7769. Right there on the screen.
Yeah.
Yes, and then we'll walk you from there. It's really a very simple process once you get it started. When we ask those questions and then we see, okay, this can go further, then you will be assigned someone with the Veterans Care Coordination Office. And everything is, you don't have to go there, everything is done over the phone. They have 800 numbers that you can call them, and their people that work with our folks are amazing. They're just wonderful, and they want to see you get this benefit as well. So they're going to help you every step of the way.
Yes.
What if they're not able to come visit your office?
They don't have to visit us.
Would y'all ever
Oh.
visit the home?
Oh, we go to
Do the
them.
paperwork?
That's how we do it. They,
Oh, okay.
they don't
They
come
don't
to us,
come to
we
us.
go to them.
Right.
We go
That's
to them.
really good.
Yeah, we don't ever expect somebody to come to us.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, for the technical problem we had today, we still got in a lot. Everybody's got the phone number. If you don't, you got my phone number. And I
Yes.
really think it's a great program.
It's wonderful.
Want all the veterans out there to pay attention to that. Any
it is.
question about it, give me a call. Thank you.
You won't
I
even
hope your
touch
throat
me.
gets better. Thank
Thank
Bless
you.
your heart.
Be right back with news that you can use. Stay right there. Welcome back to Veterans Issues. I appreciate Connie and Kim coming in doing the show today, and I hope you got some good information out of that. I did. And I'm going to pass it on. A lot of you veterans out there call me asking me the questions. I think they've answered them for us today, and it's another option for your care. So remember that phone number. I want to appeal to you again this week that anyone out there has got a serviceable automobile, any kind, as long as it's serviceable. A widow woman needs transportation to take her to go to her grandkids and go to her doctor's visit, and we give you a tax write-off for it. It's if you got a $2,000 car, we give you a $2,000 write-off for your taxes. So it's a win-win, and you help somebody out in need of an automobile. I'm getting to yodeling too. So anyhow, I want to thank everybody that's been purchasing the law enforcement tag. That is going to help us build the law enforcement memorial in Anniston, and that tag goes good with every color car. I've seen them all over the state, and we are receiving some revenue off of that now. So keep on buying them. The law enforcement tag is down at your tag office. And I want to thank WEAC TV24 for letting us do this every week. And for these Veterans Moments, I got to thank some special people for that. Steve Hurst, K.L. Brown, and Randy Wood. Yeah, Randy Wood, K.L. Brown, and Steve Hurst for sponsoring the Veterans Moment every week. And that's information about veterans bills that's been passed that benefits veterans. It's the only way you know about them is to find out about them here on TV24. You've read about in the paper about the Cheehaw Humane facility out there, Humane Shelter, and they need items. And if you're interested in helping those folks out, that's 256-241-3647. 256-241-3647. And don't forget about my buddies down at Oxford Tire. They don't sponsor the show, dang them. But no, they don't sponsor the show, but they do give a 10% discount to veterans, and they do great work. They don't just do tires. I don't think there's anything wrong with my automobile I wouldn't take down there to have them work on. They're great people. And some of you see my cane that I've got special made with the eagle on top of it. A lot of people have bought them. A lot of people have asked about them, and that's Jack York makes those. And his phone number is 256-237-4743. Jack York, and that's for the cane that we're talking about. And we got my buddy back here. You've been AWOL for a week. I missed you for a week, and I didn't see you. So you're out of school now. This is Bella Prim. Hey, Bella. Good to see you.
You too.
And I've been watching all these things. You've been to frozen parties, you've been to everything that you can think of and enjoying your summer. You ready to go back to school?
No.
Well, I'm glad you finally come back to work here. So Bella's been, since she's knee-high to a grasshopper, has been our friend here of the family, and she comes on. Do you know what this weekend is? You know
Father's Day?
Yeah, but you know what's special about this weekend? It's Flag Day.
Oh.
And that's when we pledge allegiance to the flag. So I've asked you to come on here and do the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. And you're doing it so well every week now. You got to be here, okay, till you go back to school. If you don't, you'll be AWOL. And if you're AWOL, you don't get paid. But we'll hold on to that. But I do want to say that those folks out there that want to help us with those memorial that we talked about, let me give you this address. It's P.O. Box 1826. That's the Community Foundation up here in Anniston that helps us build that memorial. Community Foundation, P.O. Box 1826, Anniston 36202. Now join us out there, folks, and we're going to pledge of allegiance with Bella Prim. Here we go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And we'll give that salute. See you next week here on Veterans Issues.
Bye-bye.